Good morning, children. Today we will talk about the congruence. Every figure has some shape, size, and the position. Okay. So just by looking anything, if the two things can be put at in front of us, so by just looking at that, we can say that they are of the same shape. And what about the size? So when we have to see whether these two are of the same size or not. So what we do, children, we superimpose one upon the another. Like if I have two things, so if I have two shapes, like one shape is this and another shape is this. Both are the rectangle. You can see this is both are the rectangles. But if I have to see whether they are of the same size or not, what I will do is I will superimpose one upon the another. I will place one upon the another. Are they equal? No, because this part is I can visible of the second book. So these are of not of the same size. So when the two objects are of the same shape and of the same size also, then it is known as the congruence. So the congruence concept is not only for the triangle. Congruence concept is for anything. As you can see that these two things are the congruent because they are of the same shape and the same size. Right. Similarly, other things are also, you can see if you, these two coins. Here in the figure you can see these two coins are of the same shape, both are circle, and therefore these are the congruents. What about these two blades? I will superimpose one upon the another, and if nothing is peeping from the back side or from the front, then we can say that both these blades are congruent. So the congruence can be for any object, any object, whatever you can come across. So we can say that the two balls can be congruent, the two plates can be congruent, the two chairs can be congruent, the two tables can be congruent, the two boats can be congruent. So anything which is having the same shape as well as the same size, then it is known as the congruent. What about the two lines? When two lines are congruent, so how we will recognize that two lines are congruent? So lines are only of their length. So the two lines are said to be congruent if they have equal lengths. Similarly, when we are talking about the angles, so two angles are said to be congruent if their measurement are same. That means if one is 30 degree, another should be also of 30 degree. If one is of 90 degree, another should also be of 90 degree. So we can say that the two angles are said to be congruent if they have the same measurement. Similarly, we are having two squares over here. So two squares are said to be congruent if they have the same length of the sides. And similarly, two rectangles are said to be congruent if their lengths are equal to each other and breadth is equal to each other. Two circles are said to be the congruent when they are having the same radius. But children, what about the triangle? We have to discuss about the triangle only. So let's go for the triangle part. The congruence of the triangle, if two triangles are given, as you can see, children, here we are given two triangles. Triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Can you see? Okay. Now to here triangle ABC and triangle DEF is said to be congruent if AB is equal to DE, BC is equal to EF and CA is equal to FD. Angle A is equal to angle D, angle B is equal to angle E and angle C is equal to F. Then triangle ABC is said to be congruent to triangle DEF. Now here the ABC is congruent to triangle DEF means the first angle A is equal to angle D, B is equal to angle E and C is equal to angle F. Similarly, if I write ABC congruent to triangle DEF, this means, again I am showing you Just a second. Yes, children. So as you can see in my copy, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, and I will write triangle ABC is congruent, this is the sign, equal, and then this is congruent to triangle DEF. This means A is equal to D, B is equal to E, and angle C is equal to F. So we will write angle A is equal to angle D, angle B is equal to angle E, and angle C is equal to angle F. Similarly, the three sides. The first side AB. So here DE. AB is equal to DE. मैंने पहले दो पार्ट को लेकर के साइड बनाया, AB here, पहले दो को लेके DE. Similarly, BC and EF. BC is equal to EF and AC is equal to DF. So you can see AB is equal to DE, BC is equal to EF, and ACE is equal to DF. Okay, and angles are equal. So if these 6 things are equal, then the triangle is said to be congruent. We cannot write, children, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED. If I write ABC is congruent to triangle FED, this means angle A is equal to angle F, not angle D. Angle B is equal to angle E, and angle C is equal to angle D. By writing the triangle name, the value has been changed. Similarly, AB is equal to FE, पहला दो लिया, यहाँ भी पहला दो लिया. फिर BC is equal to ED हो जाएगा, and AC is equal to FD. Total scenario will be changed. Total scenario will be changed. So writing the triangle's name is very, very important in the congruency. Now, for two triangles congruent, we have to prove 6 sides, 6 parts of the triangle, that is 3 angles we have to make equal and 3 sides of the triangle equal. So, there are certain things which says that we no need to prove all these 6 things. From these 6 things, only you can prove 3 things, then the other 3 will be obviously equal. So, in that situation, there are certain rules of the congruency. The number 1, they say SSS congruence. The number 2, first I will write down and then I will explain. SAS congruence. Number 3, ASA. And number 4, RHS. Okay. These are the 4 properties which we have to study. SSS says if all the 3 sides of a triangle are equal, then obviously all the 3 angles will be equal. So if we can prove in 2 triangles that all their 3 parts are equal to 3 sides are equal to the other 3 sides of a triangle, then it is normally equal. Similarly, SAS, the 2 sides and within the angle, the triangles are equal, then we will say that triangles are congruent. 2 angles and the in between side is equal, then it is ASA congruence. And RHS says right angle, hypotenuse and side. Let me explain this. First I will prove RHS. So this is a triangle ABC and DEF. The first condition is both has to be right angle triangle. So it is equal. So we can say these angles are equal. Then hypotenuse should be equal. That is angle B is equal to angle E. AC is equal to DF if it is given. And S means side, any of the side, either AB is equal to DE or BC is equal to DE. Either AB is equal to DE or BC is equal to DF. This is optional. So if these three things are equal, then the triangle is said to be congruent. Similarly, in SSS I told you, when only three sides are equal, AB is equal to DE, BC is equal to EF and AC is equal to CF, then we can say ABC is triangle to congruent to triangle DEF, and same ASA and ESA. Now we will discuss some questions.